Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Sims 4 Random Pets LaBARKatory Challenge! Where I hope you guys are ready to put on your mittens and snow boots because we have a very special field expedition that we are going to be going on today. So, a little birdie tells me that apparently a lot of you have been experiencing a lot of snow lately, and that put into my mind the story of the ice dragons that we have actually run across, who again are created in The Sims 4 thanks to the amazing custom content that Kalino has created. Definitely check her out if you want to see some fantastic pet custom content that can transform your game. And it has also brought us a lot of delight because that means that today, my friends, we are going to be witnessing a very special story out in the wild fields where the dragons still roam of crossbreeding between an ice dragon and an Arctic fox! Isn't it freaking adorable? This is also an Arctic fox that Kalino handmade, so it's got this cutest little tiny itty bitty little dot of black fur on its tail, and it has these teeny tiny little ears. And the Arctic foxes actually do have smaller ears than some of the foxes that you'll see down further south, because when you're in these very cold climates, it really helps to have your ears be as small as possible. You actually have that with Arctic wolves as well. Their ears are actually going to be smaller physically than gray wolves or red wolves who happen to live down further south where the temperature is much more temperate and it is not nearly so chilly. But when you, and lynxes do the same thing. Lynxes who live in those really cold climates will have smaller ears. Same with bunnies. Actually, basically point at anything with ears and its ears are usually going to be smaller if it lives in a cold environment. And if there's an exception to that, do let me know, because I would love to see, like, how long are the ears on an Arctic hare compared to a jackrabbit? Pretty sure a jackrabbit has longer ears. But anyway, that is why the Arctic fox looks as adorable and has a slightly different facial structure and appearance than you'll see from a lot of the fox species that live further south. But that also means that we're gonna have the cutest tiny little itty bittiest ears that might show up on this special crossbreed couple's babies. And you guys, let's huddle behind our little snow mound, because this is another case where, you know, you can't really tame a dragon. So instead of being in the laboratory lab and mixing the DNA in petri dishes, we are simply going to observe as field scientists as the story between Lapis, the ice dragon, and Freya, the beautiful Arctic fox, ends up playing itself out. And you see, I have been here observing them for quite some time, and I have finally figured out how these two managed to meet and why they are currently building a little den together, very akin to a fox den, but with a cave that's big enough for Lapis to be able to fit in. Here in the snowy reaches somewhere, no doubt around Mount Kumaribi, which is the Sims snowy world, in case you guys didn't know. But it turns out these two actually met when Lapis was snoozing under a mountain in his cave, and the entrance to his cave was just a tiny itty bitty little hole in the snow that looked like it would be the perfect spot for a fox to maybe find a new den. And that is where Freya actually found herself one wintry afternoon not so long ago. She was digging through that little hole, investigating, hoping that she would stumble upon the perfect place to maybe raise this year's litter of fox kits. And as she kept digging, her nose, her adorable little teeny tiny nose, ended up booping right up against Lapis's nose. I just loved that idea. The idea that the two of them first met nose to nose as Freya climbed her way into Lapis's cave, and they nose booped. And as soon as Lapis opened his eyes, startled to find himself disturbed in his winter slumber under the snow and ice, he was staring at said very cute teeny tiny little ears and this adorable face. And well, the rest is just magic, my friends, because come on, I mean, Lapis is a dragon. And now as spring begins to roll around, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to have these Arctic dragon, like Arctic fox dragon babies. We're gonna hatch open some eggs today, and we will see how some of you guys, using the random comments generator, will actually have a chance to become these creatures, which is pretty exciting. I actually love, like, hearing from you guys in the comments when you get picked, like what creature you got turned into. That just is really interesting to me, and it's really cool when I see the sibling sets hanging out together. So, knowing that we have 6 little eggs to watch hatch in the still chilly spring sunshine, let's go ahead and get started. And of course, we are going to see if Lapis's head, so his horns, if his wings and if his claws will be inherited by any of his children. And to do that, his children will also have to be his size and not actually Freya's size. But if they are small, they can still have the wings and I think some version of the claws. So we'll see what we can do genetically. But first, all right. Freya wraps herself around the little sextuplet group of eggs that she somehow managed to lay inside of the cave, and she's ready to watch them start wiggling around and hatching. Let me pull up the random comment generator so that I am ready to see who is going to become the next member of this family. And okay, now I have the pen and the list to write down your guys' suggestions, as now we're going to welcome little... Oh, hi! A little black fox pup. Look at this. Little fox kit, I should say, with red eyes, possibly inheriting a little bit of that dragon magic. This is going to be Savannah. Savannah, welcome, welcome. Savannah, you would like to see a unicorn and a wolf crossbreed. And I think we've done that before, but I'm always up for the unicorn crossbreeds. A little mix of magic like that can be quite fun. So let me go ahead and write that down. And Savannah, you are going to be a vocal sleuth who is playful. And I love the fur coloring. That was not the first thing that I was expecting to see. So wolf and unicorn. You guys know what you like. All right. And now the second egg begins to hatch while Freya goes ahead and starts moving the shards of the first out of the way. No doubt they're extremely cold and very icy. Possibly something that if you were writing a fantasy story you would elect. Because that sounds useful, doesn't it? Oh, look at this puppy! Oh, so cute! I mean, I would want to collect the shards of dragon eggs just for having as a curiosity, if not being like a cool magic potion ingredient. All right. Look at those eyes! And we have the next little one hatch, and we have another little black fox coloration. What? That's so cool. And this is actually going to be Fangs from Lovely Fangs. Welcome to the Dragon Fox family. And you suggest a moose and a griffin. I really would love to know what you're hoping for from that mix, because that is a pretty powerful mix, I must say, my friend. And this is, nope, you can't give milk. I'm sorry, Fangs. Or wool, come on. Work with me here. However, you can be an aggressive hunter, so possibly pulling in a lot of those dragon genes, who's hairy, which definitely comes from the fox, since the dragons have scales. Oh, that's adorable. All right. And with Freya clearing away more of the glassy shards of the eggs, and Lapis watching proudly over the little ones as they begin to hatch, we're gonna welcome in the next baby. All right, and this little one is going to be... Oh, so cute! This is actually going to be Thompson! Welcome, Thompson! Oh, hello, little one. You've got those icy eyes as well, and you are going to be a vocal, loyal, jumpy dragon fox. And you suggest having a dachshund, so a little doxy. I do love crossbreeding those guys so much, and a piebald puppy, long-haired piebald puppy. Oh, I love dachshunds. So I'm gonna, okay, there we go. Let's try a dachshund and a pit bull in the future. I think that would be an interesting mix to see. All right, and now that these three are beginning to play with one another, yipping and yapping, their breath frosting in front of them with the icy powers that they contain, let's go ahead and see what the next egg hatches into. And I'll pull up the next random comment from the generator to prepare ourselves. And now we have got... Wow, look at you! All white fur with those chilling, beautiful, icy eyes. And this is actually going to be Kylie. Kylie, welcome! You are going to be a hairy, friendly glutton. I have no idea what an ice fox dragon eats. Maybe fish? What do you guys think an ice fox dragon would eat? We're really writing a very unique magical world here after all. And Kylie, you suggest crossbreeding a mouse and a Great Dane or a mouse and a unicorn. Both of those sound adorable. I will have to see if I can find a mouse that actually will go on the dog bodies instead of the cat bodies. I do have a Pikachu mouse who goes on the cat bodies, which is always really fun to go ahead and crossbreed. But all right, on the list. Oh, look at you. All right, and now that Kylie has hatched, let's go ahead and hatch ourselves the next little baby. We've still got to see what, ooh, pretty. We still have to see what they end up growing up to be. And then this one, oh, hey! Wow! Maybe one eye can peer into the ice and the other eye can peer into the forest. We have a little fox! And ironically, the name chosen from the random comment generator is Firefox. So we may have actually transformed, instead of having an ice fox, we have a firefox. Perhaps like the rebel in the family? Firefox, welcome! You are aggressive, a sleuth, and loyal, and you, my friend, suggest a dragon and a mercator, or a mere dragon and a cat. Now, I'm definitely gonna have to think if I can create myself a mere dragon. That sounds extremely interesting. Oh, and I can't believe that you ended up being named Firefox when your parent is literally an ice dragon. That is hilarious. All right, and let's pull up the final of the little eggs. Hatch and delight us with magical surprises. And this is going to be... Oh, hi, little one! Oh my gosh. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to have Night after Night Monkey. And Night Monkey, how cool that your dog is named Freya, and now we have, with a different spelling, Freya the fox. What are the odds of that happening again with the random generator? That is so cool. And Night, you are going to be, well, you can't give milk, Night, I'm sorry. You are going to be an aggressive troublemaker who is a sleuth. So it seems like this litter of ice dragon like fox kits happen to be extremely curious, and they also happen to be very aggressive. I think almost everybody, okay, not everybody ended up aggressive, but half of the group did end up aggressive. So let's go ahead and now, as they play in the snow under the watchful eyes of their ice dragon father Lapis and the very proud eyes of their Arctic fox mother Freya, we're going to grow these little ones up, and then the dice of destiny will determine whether or not they are going to have the horns, the wings, or the claws of their father. And also the, not only the dice of destiny, but if they're tall enough. if they're tiny and short, they don't have as many things that they can inherit genetically from their dad. Savannah, you're up first. Savannah! You're a big, skinny fox at the moment. That is so cool. So are you going to become our dream of being a fox dragon? Okay, Savannah did inherit the horns. So we are on the way with the dragon horns. Let me see if I can find the right ones. Here we go. Okay, that actually looks pretty cool. Savannah, look at you. She did not inherit the wings, and she did not inherit the, oh wait. Yeah, she did not inherit the claws. So she's really, she really looks like a shadow dragon to me. Like if I was going to make a shadow dragon, or like I guess a shadow wyvern, maybe, who just can dart through along the ground in between the shadows of the trees and be able to slip into people's dreams. This is kind of what I would create. So Savannah, you may actually be a creature of dreams. Maybe she eats dreams, but maybe she eats bad dreams. So you would think that she would be super scary and give you bad dreams, but actually she eats people's bad dreams. Savannah, you're awesome. I love that. All right, and then with the icy eyes of Fangs, let's go ahead and grow him up. Ooh, Fangs! Look at you, already trying. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at that face. Oh my gosh. Okay, are we gonna keep that face or lose it? Okay, so actually we're gonna lose a little bit of that adorable face because you did inherit the horns from your father. So we're gonna give you a dragon, this dragon face. Wow, actually, he's so fluffy. He's so fluffy you can hardly even see the horns on the side of his head. That's amazing. But you did get fangs that way. You know what? It's appropriate for Fangs to actually have some fangs. And you did not inherit the wings, but you did inherit the claws. Oh, whoa! Look at Fangs' like direct on expression. Wow. You know what, Fangs? I could see you darting through the waters to like chase something fish-wise. And then, you know what? I'll leave the little bit of dragon tail that's like sneaking out from your tail because that's kind of amazing. Oh, wow. Okay, so far this mix is turning out very differently than I thought they would grown up. But let's go ahead and see what Thompson is going to become. Tiny! Thompson, are you just gonna have the icy eyes? No! Thompson actually inherited, and we need to see if we can find a way to give it to him. Okay, so he inherited the face of his father, so we'll go ahead and give him some fangs, because I think that's the best I can do, because there's no tiny dragons. And then he also inherited the wings, so I think I can give you tiny little bat wings. I can! Oh my gosh! He's like a little miniature bat. Oh, he's so cute. And he also inherited the claws, but alas, we don't have any claws to give him. So I'll just leave him with his little paws. Thompson, you look like... this is what if somebody was going to give a vampire a pet dog and it was going to be like a small dog instead of a big dog. This is what I would give the vampires. Thompson, you're really cute. You're really, really, really cute. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Kylie, you're up next. Kylie, you also ended up tiny. And Kylie, you actually only ended up inheriting the claws, and I can't give you any claws, so you're just gonna be exactly what you are. Look at you. You're really cute. You have very big eyes that no doubt possibly can help you have a lot of ice power. So I imagine maybe Kylie can walk around and like leave paw prints of ice behind them. And maybe when like crossing rivers and streams can just walk across the water and it freezes into a little bridge of ice under their paws. So don't worry, Kylie, even though you may not seem to have a lot of the ice dragon in you, I'm sure the magic is there because you just have that aura of icy magic to you. Now, Firefox, you have the opposite of the aura of icy magic, so let's see what you grew up into being. A small one too! Firefox, I'm not gonna lie, you may have a little bit of the odd one out syndrome in the family. I mean, come on, you're Firefox, this is a family of ice dragon, like, fox kits. However, you did inherit the wings! So let me go ahead and give you wings, my dear. Alright, I'll give you red wings, because why not? And we're gonna say you're the rebel. You're the family rebel who's gonna leave the icy, snowy cave that you live in and go seek out the flames to be able to play by a volcano. All right, Firefox. So there is you, and we're down to Night. Night, what? Oh, you grew up so pretty. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. And Night, you actually are the only one in the entire family to inherit the dragon wings. So Night is actually going to be our dragon fox. We do get a dragon fox, no horns on this one, but we do get the full-on dragon fox experience. And we'll go ahead and maybe go with... Let's go with these orange ones. I think that's the closest to the fox coloring. And we also get the dragon claws on the feet as well. Okay, that turned out a lot cooler than I expected. Not very icy, other than the eyes, but a lot cooler than I expected. And we actually do have a flying dragon fox. So there you go, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you guys could, do please leave your suggestions for future crossbreeds that we could stumble upon down in the comments below. Also remember, if you leave any type of comment, it gives you a chance of becoming one of our curious crossbreed creations. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!